Heyo friendos, welcome to today's video. For this one, we are going to be reviewing the Natasha Denona Glam palette. Now you guys know I was not very impressed with the last palette that I bought from Miss Natasha Denona, but overall they've been a pretty solid staple in my makeup collection. I have quite a few products from her brand, and I feel like I have a lot of knowledge about her normal formulations, but the last, I would say since the pandemic hit, they have been very inconsistent in my opinion. I'm really hoping that today we try this out and it is fantastic and up to her original standards. All right guys, we're gonna get started in just a second. Just stay tuned. And friendos, here she is. Very easy to get fingerprints on this really early in opening. Let's take a look inside. Cream blush, Star Glow, and then we have some eyeshadow shades here on the bottom. I think we'll definitely be able to do some cohesive looks with this palette. Let's get into it. So first I'm going to swatch the cream blush and then the Star Glow. The cream blush is no joke. It's very interesting. Very weird texture. Wasn't able to pick up a lot on my finger, and I really dug in there pretty good. And then we have the Star Glow. This looks really pretty and feels nice. That's gorgeous. Now we have the inner quarter, the transition, and the crease. They all swatched nicely, I'm happy to say. Then we have outer corner and smoke. Y'all forgive me, but this is not an outer corner shade for me. I am impressed. I don't know about you guys. These swatched fantastically. Okay, let's start with the look. First, let's try out this cream blush. Going in on my NYX 03. Really hard to pick up this product. Mine, I think, is kind of hard panned. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's a little bit of hard pan going on. Okay, we're starting to get some payoff now. All right, now that it's applying, it looks really nice. It's very, very skin-like, and that is surprising because I don't know if you guys have ever tried Natasha's other blushes. They tend to not be one of the most skin-like formulas that I've ever tried. Y'all know that I'm a hard stand for her eyeshadows, but her blushes just haven't been my favorite in the past, just because they're kind of powdery and they sort of sit on the skin. You can work them in and get them to look more velvety, but it takes a lot of work, and I would stay away from her shimmery blushes altogether because those are just, they're way too radiant, and a lot of them have like weird metallic sparkles to them. All right, so first we'll go in with the shade Transition, and remember guys, even though these are labeled, we don't have to follow those rules. We can make our own. We can use it for whatever we want. And I didn't say, but this was a Sigma E65. This shade is looking a lot more pink on my lid than how it did in the pan. And I'm not complaining. It's very rosy, pretty, and natural looking. Now on my Refer 14, we'll go into the crease. This one isn't blending out as nicely as the first one, but it's not bad. Now friendos, we'll get to go into the shade Smoke. This is going to be a fun day because this is going to be one of the only times where I feel like we'll be able to use every single shade in a palette in one video. Pretty cool. I actually want to use a smaller brush than this. I started out with the Sonia G Classic Crease. Don't really know why this one is her classic crease because it's pretty thick. It's nice and girthy. All right, I'm going to dip into my Refer 14. I want this to be a little more detailed than what that was giving me. Now on the center of my lid, I'm going in with the shade Outer Corner. It's kind of having trouble picking up on the brush here, it looks like. Let's see. And this is my Unit 202. Decided to spray it. There was virtually no fallout whatsoever with the shade. It just wasn't building up without spraying it. At least not as quickly as I would like it to. This is a really pretty copper shade. Again, with Inner Corner, on the middle portion of my lid because I am the commander of my own destiny. Natasha will not stop me today. And then we'll go in with inner corner on the inner corner because maybe Natasha knows best. We'll see. Spraying that. And friendos, we have the Star Glow to try out. It's a highlighter. I don't normally use highlighters, so I forgot. Let's go ahead and get into that. So now into Star Glow on a retractable brush. I really like this brush. I think it came from Flower Beauty. So if you want it to be more fluffy, you can keep it like that. If you want it to be more precise and concise, you can move that lid up and it stays put. So I want it to be around right here. Whoa. She wasn't playing. Holy crap. By the way, I did order the light version of this. Even the highlight to me, guys, it looks a little dark for my skin tone. Maybe it's not going to show up that way on camera, but it has like a weird shadow to it that I'm not really feeling. Oh well, I'm one of those people who likes to make the same mistake twice, so here we go. Alright, friendos, I'm going to go finish up the eye look on this side. I'm going to put on liner and lashes, and I will be right back. Alright, friendos, I'm back. Let's talk about the palette. Actually, let's do lips first. Are we good with that? Let's do lips first. Going in with my Makeup Forever pencil. This is in the shade Anywhere Caffeine. And over top of it, let's do Date Maker from MAC. This is in their Powder Kiss formula. And I want to see if I can mask this brilliant, brilliant highlight. I'm not really a fan of this. It wouldn't be bad if I didn't have such extreme pores, and my pores are just extremely stretched out and pronounced. I've also been wearing my makeup for longer than I should be during the day. So yeah, they're not looking good, they're not looking tight, and this highlight is really bringing that out. But again, practically any highlight does that to me. Like, practically every single one, so I'm not really judging the palette on that. Now, some do make them look worse than others, but this is just kind of how they are. So let's see. Okay, that kind of toned it down some, but not a lot. And friendos, I'm heading to Sephora just now to make sure that I got my facts straight. This palette retails for $59. To me, the value of the palette is very neutral. You are getting 5 eyeshadow shades. They're around the same size as they will be in her normal $60 palettes. And in those, you're getting way more shades than what you are here. I think normally those have 15 shades in them. So you're getting 5 in here, and then you're also getting a blush and a highlight. Her blushes and highlights aren't cheap, but they're also, let me see how much they are. Either way, this is a completely different formulation of blush from her. So her duo blushes, where you get a shimmer and a blush, those are normally $38. So what we normally get for pans that are around the same size in her palettes, they equate to $4.33 for each pan. In this case, we have 5. That should be $21.66. And then we know that the blush and highlight are normally $38, which comes out to $59.66. So yeah, I would say this is fair priced for her brand. It's not an amazing deal. It is limited edition. It will fit nicely in a travel case if you are planning to go somewhere, just so you can get a better idea of the size. It's bigger than my hand, but not ginormous. I have to say, I think that these colors are pretty universally flattering, and they do have a darker version of this. I did buy the light version. It's one of those times where if you like the color story, if you like the price, I think you will like the product. The formulation is very, very nice. The eyeshadows seem to be her old, beautiful, faithful formula. I think it'll be a very universally flattering shade, and this is the most skin-like of any blush that she's come out with so far. And unfortunately, friendos, I think that's all the time that we have for today. Thank you so much for coming and spending your free time here with me. I definitely appreciate it, and I really appreciate you guys leaving me likes, comments, and subscribing. I do want to hear from you guys today if you decided that you were going to pick this up, what you thought of it, what you think of these shades. Do you think Miss Natasha has anything else up her sleeve before the end of the year? I'm very curious about that because we're right in that time of year where the releases just keep dropping. So I'll be interested to see what happens next. And friendos, I invite you to subscribe if you have not done so already, because if not, we'll both have to live in the sorrow of never knowing what could have been. Alright guys, bye.